What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. The other day, we brought you this story about the wokest game ever made, Dustborn, and its absolutely abysmal player number on day one. And like you think, oh, what, like a couple thousand people? No, under 100. I think day one they had 72 people. And this, of course, this game is based on after the 2016 elections here. All the heroes are diverse. Let's put it this way. They would definitely be hired to be heroes in a Marvel movie, where all the villains are just all the straight white people, basically, with the main villain being a Trump-like president. And for the obvious reasons we talked about, it does not have people playing it, barely. Even with this story, which we're going to cover right now, is, of course, the media has picked on this absolute failure. They've picked up what the game is supposed to be about, and of course, they're very upset that it's not working, and they're now doing their push, trying to have whatever clout they have left to get this game some players. It's not working. So you can see here, Carly Veloci over at Games Radar says that Dustborn is first and foremost a visual novel of sorts where you play as Pax, who teams up with a group of friends and strangers to deliver a valuable package across the Republic of America to a resistance movement in Canada, because Canada would be the safer place, while pretending to be a touring punk band called the Dustborn. All of this is to hopefully be free of the oppression and danger of a fascist broken America. And of course, giving it high prize, and this is what they want, the growing cast of colorful LGBTQ characters almost lives up to his promise as an epic political road trip saga about people with superpowers, almost. Over at Forbes, we got Matt Gardner admitting that Dustborn is among the unrepentantly liberal and left-leaning games out there. Yes, we can tell, which is why less than 100 people have still played it. Nevertheless, he attempts to convince readers to purchase the game by claiming that you just need to have an open mind. If you have an open mind and you're willing to give it some time to grow, like a virus in your brain, Dustborn is a fun trip, even if it occasionally feels like it's trying to be a bit too edgy for its own good, especially for the type of people who will immediately click with its socio-political outlook. Uh-huh. You can overhear Polygon aptly describing the game as the road trip story begins with a group of 30-year-olds inside a minivan making their escape after a heist. The mission is to make it across an alternate reality version of the United States to eventually deliver their stolen package to Nova Scotia, Canada. Your biggest obstacle is avoiding surveillance from Justice, a fascist regime that's particularly interested in persecuting anomals. These are people who can speak certain words to invoke special powers after a mysterious event that took place decades ago. I mean, yeah, that does see this is what they're stealing from mutants, but it's probably going to be the anomals are all people with certain melanation colors and or specific sexualities. He later acknowledges that Dustborn leans into science fiction settings, stories told from the viewpoint that has clear parallels to reality. There are nods to jokes like "My husband and I saw you from across the bar," as well as mentions of woke mind virus. Speeches and how blatantly stupid they are. Well, we're seeing an example of that with people playing that game. You see again at the time of this article at 35 people playing it, while 83 people in total since it came out 2 days ago. I mean, my gosh, even Madam Savi tried to play it, lasted 7 hours before bowing out. Again, you got that bump of the 72 people or whatever that originally played it, and then it went down, and then we started making stories about it, and you could see those spikes are from people going to review it. In contrast, yeah, Brutus Rambo's, he added it to the Sweet Baby Inc. detected curation list, as well as his DEI detected. His description of the game, a little bit more honest, is Dustborn is basically DEI, the game. It has everything you could hope from a DEI game: forced diversity, virtue signaling, self-insertions, giggity, woke political agenda being forced down the players' throats, also giggity, a bunch of alphabet people and they, thems. He adds, it also features the most soy-filled combat mechanic I've ever seen. You fight with the power of words. Yes, in this game, words can hurt, and the whole combat system revolves around this premise. They don't even try hiding it, do you? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We've grown up in an entirely different world. Dustborn appears to be the latest in a growing list of games that are identified as DEI infested. Yeah, and we've talked about it. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Goodbye. Forspoken. Goodbye. Tales of Kinzara Zhao by Abubakar Salim. Goodbye. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Goodbye. And Alan Wake 2, who still has yet to make back its original budget. And now we add Dustborn to the list. Goodbye. Anyway, before we say goodbye, let me know what you think of all this. I was shocked when this first Dustborn video blew up, but I think that's just because we are delighted. Schadenfreude. Look at all these games and TV shows aimed at that modern audience. There are more of us than there are of you. And then they release, and where's that modern audience? Where are they? Oh, I don't know. Too bad they didn't show up for this or Acolyte or anything else. Let me know what you think about this. Sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.